everyone, this is Brandon with Canine Training Camp, and today we're going to... Well, let me get to a place a little more quiet. Man, I had to come all the way to the basement just to get a little peace and quiet. Today I'm just going to talk a little bit about what to expect when crate training your dog. I'm going to go ahead and go up there and show you what is absolutely normal. We get a lot of calls sometimes, or people will ask in puppy class, what we want to do to crate train our dogs. And I tell you what, it's not easy sometimes. So today we have Denali upstairs. Owner came to us saying that having a tough time crate training because they live in an apartment complex. And anytime they put Denali into a crate, he would bark and whine, and that's very, very common for puppies. Some of the common things that we see are people will eventually get fed up, or they will feel bad, and they'll go in and they will start bringing their dog out because they will hear them crying or whining in there. But the only thing you're doing when you take them out is showing them that if they were to whine and cry, that you will come and get them, essentially training them to whine and cry while in the crate. Another common thing that we hear, misconception that we hear, is you have to give the dog something to have while they are in the crate. Some toy, some blanket, something that reminds them of home. That's a great sentiment and everything, but then what you could be setting up, depending on the dog, is they will be reliant upon that object to be in the crate. And if you ever send a dog to the vet and you happen not to have that item, it's very possible you could be setting that dog back straight into what you'll be hearing upstairs, and it's just going to start everything all over again. So what I'm going to highly recommend for a lot of people out there when you're dealing with crate training, just find a good, quiet, dark place to put your dog in the crate and just learn to get along. They are going to bark, they're going to cry, they will complain, and it won't be fun, and you might lose a night or two of sleep. But you will see over the course of the next day or two that short-term discomfort will move into them accepting the crate and understanding what needs to be done, and they will get more comfortable with it. So you're looking for a short-term discomfort for a long-term improvement. That's really what we're going for. So I'm going to go upstairs and show you a little bit about what is normal. Some people think it's a little bit of whining, but trust me, it's a pain. It's loud. It's not fun. You may lose sleep. I will show you what's normal. (1:17 a.m.) Taking a little bit of a risk talking right now because he may hear me and then pick up on that and say, "Ooh, I forgot. I want to be out there socializing." But he's been quiet for about 15 minutes now, so I think we are through the first major hurdle, and that's him realizing that being alone is okay, which is a necessary part of socialization. People do a great job socializing their dog to being in new environments and being around other dogs and being around other people, and that's great, but people will always forget about socializing your dog to being alone, being in the crate. You do not want your dog's first time being in a crate when they're at the vet, and you want to keep them calm. That social anxiety starts coming out, and that just makes the problem a whole lot worse. If you crate train right now when they're young. I think Denali's he's around that 10 to 12 week mark. I forget exactly the age, but he's right around there. If you socialize now to the crate training, it's going to help you in the long run. To get through the puppy phase, because nobody wants to just leave a puppy out. They're going to pee all over everything and chew up your entire house. You want to make sure they're comfortable in a crate. So crate train now, just save the headache later. It's a necessary step. And the crate training doesn't just happen at night. During the day tomorrow, we're going to be in and out of the crate a lot. Times when we have high traffic, we're going to put him in the crate to learn. Times when he would normally want to be out and about, we're going to put him in there to learn. Kicking up again a little bit. We want to make him just be completely socialized to that kennel and be completely normal, a normal thing for him to go into. It's going to be important for him. So we're going to work that a lot during the day tomorrow, work it at night, and the more he does it, the better he's going to get. Then after he gets a hang of it and it's no longer an issue, then we can start introducing the nice things into him. The blankets, the things that he can chew on, the treats, because then he's completely socialized to it and he doesn't need those things. And they're just nice to have. That's just, we obviously want him to be comfortable, but we need to go through the short-term discomfort so as he gets older, he's socialized, just like it would be with anything else. Social anxiety in dogs are built when we let them have a whole bunch of leeway at a young age, and then those anxieties build because they're never properly introduced to them. So we need to make sure he's properly introduced to the kennel and make sure that he learns it's nothing to be scared of. We just got to get through this little short-term thing, and we'll be much better in the long run. So keep at it, keep training hard. This is going to be done in no time. I'm sure in the next day, probably tomorrow, I'm going to have a great video of him sitting in the kennel, nice and quiet. But he's already quiet now. He's already learning. This is a great step. Keep training hard. If you have any questions, get a hold of me. I can help you out. And if ultimately you don't want to deal with it and you want to get him kennel trained, give us a call. The info will be at the bottom. And let me lose the sleep for you. All right. Thank you very much. This is Brandon with Canine Training Camp. You have yourself a great day and keep training hard. Pro tip. I'm sorry, I just had to throw this out there. You thought I was done, didn't you? Here he goes again. Pro tip. Make sure your kennel matches your dog, okay? You want a kennel that's properly fit, a kennel that your dog can stand up and turn around in. Not too big, not too small. You want to make sure you have the right kennel for your dog. If you get a dog who's an escape artist, do not get him one of these wire kennels that we put the puppies in, because they will chew right out and escape in no time. My dog Hero, I actually had to get a jail cell kennel for because he would escape and he would hurt himself escaping because he didn't like it at first. We have to make sure he's in the right kennel for your dog. Make sure you get the right size. Make sure you get the right fit. If you got a big, strong dog, one of these wire kennels are not going to help you out. Get one of those airline kennels, get a jail cell kennel. They're not too expensive if you're having a problem figuring out which one works for you. Again, give us a call. I'll answer all the questions you have. 920-540-0009. New local phone number. Thank you guys for watching. Again, I won't bug you anymore. Enjoy your day.